Thank you so much for joining me this evening for a webinar on the Reiki principles and how we can actually live these principles to enhance our life generally. So I really enjoy questions, so please feel free at any point to ask questions. I prefer you actually to come in and ask questions rather than type them out. I usually miss those. So please, at any point during this webinar, please do feel free to ask away. And at the end as well, we can have some space for some questions too. So why don't we begin and look at how these Reiki principles can enhance your life and bring you into a place of sustained happiness and joy. So Reiki actually translates as, it's a Japanese word, and it means divine wisdom and universal life force energy. And so together, what we're doing with Reiki is drawing in this incredible healing, high vibrational life force energy into our world. And it's actually a very ancient art of healing. Reiki has been around for thousands and thousands of years, but under many different names. And it just uses that natural life force energy that's all around us. So if we come from a point where we know that everything is just energy, that we live in this energy-rich environment, which, you know, science is now calling dark matter, but we know it's intellectual space. It's, you know, the same way as Wi-Fi, we can just tune into all different aspects of this intelligent energy all around us. And this energy is also known as prana or chi or ki, even Holy Spirit or consciousness. It's all around us, and it's the life force. It's something we breathe in when we take in our breath, and we can tune into at any point. So this is what Reiki is. It's that energy, this universal life force energy that is very healing, very high vibration. Now, Reiki is not a religion. It has no religious connotations at all, even though the founder was a Buddhist monk at the time that he discovered this. It actually has no connotation in any religion. It's very dogmatic, non-dogmatic, and it requires no particular belief system to work, apart from a bit of scientific understanding that we are all energy and everything around us is all energy. It's an incredible form of stress reduction. And it also promotes all aspects of the body's relaxation response. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system whilst deactivating the nervous system. So it's a great way to naturally heal by drawing this healing high vibration energy into your own personal energy field. And it is an absolute complete well-being and well-being and healing system. It's holistic in its approach. It will heal on the physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, and environmental level. So it's one of those go-to modalities. It's one of the first healing courses I did. And it's the one I always come back to as the foundation for all healing in my life, and helping others and guiding others in getting a sustainably happy life. And as I said, it works on all levels. So it really is a great system to get involved in. Now, it goes so much deeper than the hands-on healing. A lot of the time when we think of Reiki, we think about the practitioner with their hands filled with light, placing the hands along the body. Of course, in Reiki, we do hands-on and hands-off healing. That is the big part of it. So it is very much the physical aspect of the treatment, whether in person or by distance, is a very important part of Reiki, but there is so much more than that. It actually is an expression of unconditional love. And we can apply it to all situations, all circumstances, and for all purposes in our life. And what I love about Reiki, and people who start following more of a Reiki path in their life, what I love about it is actually dissolves this illusion of fear. All these unreal fears that we have in life, Reiki can help break those down and release those negative attachments we have, and leave space for us to come from a more positive, high energy place in our life. So it really, really does empower you to kind of connect with your soul and really connect with that loving light part of you that is at the center of you, not this kind of disillusioned people we can become with the layers and layers of conditioning and learning that we've been doing over our lifetime. So it really does break down the illusion of fear and allow you to reconnect with your higher self. It's an incredible system. And what I love about it with Reiki is we always feel amazing with it. We come into a space where you just feel your entire body and outside of your body into your energy field is being filled with love and peace. So it really helps overcome obstacles when we come from a higher vibration. When we live at a higher frequency, we can attract higher frequency people, situation, events into our experience. And Reiki is a great way to do this. So as I said, it's not just hands-on healing, that is part of the Reiki practice. But when you become a Reiki practitioner, you actually include a lot of deep meditations, there's healing rituals, we have spiritual practices, we have breath work. There's a lot of things going on in Reiki, not just the hands-on touch. And what Reiki also offers us, and what I want to talk about today, is a set of 5 principles to live by. And these principles are absolutely beautiful. And when I started adopting them in my life, all of a sudden, I was attracting things into my life that were high vibration, that were good for me. Life became quite magical and fairy tale-like. You know, even now, if I've done a few Reiki sessions over at JLT Illuminations, when I walk home to my house, to my apartment on JBR, I have to cross many roads. And when I've done Reiki, all the green men just pop up in front of me, and it makes me laugh. I never have to wait at crossings when I'm in that Reiki mode, when I connect to the Reiki energy. It's absolutely magical. And these 5 principles we'll talk about this evening are going to hopefully help you also connect to that magical way of living. So I just put in a search online saying for the Reiki word cloud, and I really loved the words that came up here. So when you look at this Reiki word cloud, it doesn't talk about the hands-on healing modality in particular. It talks about all the aspects you get from Reiki, you know, kindness. Oh, it's just so beautiful. You have like forgiveness and sharing, and oh, it's just all these beautiful ways: healing, love, faith, kindness, receiving. So this is what I want you to really understand, is that when we talk about Reiki, we're not just talking about the treatments, we're talking about a lifestyle, a choice and a way to live. So let's go through then the 5 Reiki principles. And here they are. And they start off with the words just for today. So just for today, I will not be angry. Just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will be grateful. Just for today, I will be kind to all living things. And just for, oh gosh, sorry, my throat's gone. And just for today, I will do my work honestly. Oh gosh, sorry about that. And so this guy is called Dr. Mikao Usui, and he's actually the founder of Reiki. And he was a Buddhist monk at the time, who's also a medical doctor. And he discovered Reiki while he was sick himself. And he discovered an old text written in Sanskrit, and he had it translated. And this is where he first was given all the information about this healing modality, which he named Reiki. So these principles were given to him when he was meditating on a mountain near a Buddhist monastery in Japan, Mount Karuna. And he realized that they were a very important part of working with Reiki. So they're basically 5 core concepts, and they're very similar to affirmations or intentions. And they work in similar ways by putting that vibration of the principle out into the universe so that we can attract that same thing back to us. They're like fundamental truths, and they really help us guide our lives. So they're like guidance for us, and they're applicable to anyone and everyone. And what they definitely do from the outset is help create positivity in your life. So this is great for anyone who's a little bit down in the dumps, feeling disconnected, especially, you know, being alone in COVID times. These principles work really well to help you reconnect and raise your vibration, raise your positivity levels. And they're really good if any of you are working on your personal growth, working on connecting to your higher self and to the divine creator. These are great ways to help you kind of fast track on that personal growth path if you're on it. And, you know, for me, it's the secret art of inviting happiness into your life. And really, as humans, we're only here to be happy, right? We're just here to have a happy, sustained, joyous existence. And so if I can get there by living these principles, then I think that's a beautiful way to do it. Because when we raise our own vibration, and our own consciousness, we also help to raise the collective consciousness as well. So not only are you serving yourself by living these principles, you can also serve the greater good as well. And this most definitely for me, these Reiki principles are medicine for the soul. So each of the principles start off with these words, and the words is just for today. And I absolutely love this concept. Because if I was being asked to live these principles every day for the rest of my life, I would find that quite overwhelming. Perhaps if one day I missed them, I would feel that I'd failed and then maybe give up. So I love the fact that all of these precepts and principles start with the words just for today. So this means that not only does it bring me into the here and now, into the present moment, it also gives me courage to do it just for that day. I think I can manage that. And so it takes away that stress and anxiety of having to commit to it for a really long time. So what this also does is it reminds us to live one day at a time, because we have no idea what the next day will hold. We have no idea really what the next hour will hold. And so by taking away our mind from the future, which we don't know, it doesn't exist yet, and bringing us into the moment, and just every moment asking, just for today, am I living these principles? It really brings us into a mindful place, because mindfulness is living in the moment, being aware of everything you're doing at the moment. So as I was saying, yeah, this is a great way to raise both your individual and collective consciousness. So do service to yourself and others, which is just a magical way to be. So I'm going to ask you guys now, do you dare to live in, do you dare to be fully present and live just for today? So it's a hard question, because we do spend a lot of our time in the future, but, you know, I dare you to do it, to open yourself up to all opportunities and, you know, release your needs to control what's going to happen in the following days. Just be completely present and consider just what you need to do for today. So I do invite you tomorrow to actually practice living these 5 principles just for them. So you start your morning with them, and we'll go through some ways that you can live them and practice them a bit later. And please don't beat yourself up. If you do try to practice these principles or anything else you commit to, there's no benefit in beating yourself up if for some reason you don't live them fully, or you don't manage to do what you've committed to. That's just a low vibrational thing. Instead, if you do kind of fall off the wagon, just be aware of it. The awareness in itself will help raise your vibration back up. And you can just tell yourself, okay, so, you know, I fell there, but I'm going to get up and I'm going to start again right now. So use every moment as a learning curve, even the ones that are a little bit more difficult. And I promise you, magic will start to happen if you live by these principles. And I personally experienced this, and I want you all to. So if you want to get into a mindful place, I think it's important to understand how you can do that quite quickly, because a lot of these principles you want to be living when you're in real life. So that could be work, it could be commuting, it could be at the supermarket. So if you're finding yourself not being able to be present, a really great trick is to do just a few breaths of the 4-7-8 mindful breathing practice. And it's really simple to do. So maybe we can all practice together now. So just closing your eyes, just inhaling and exhaling normally, and just really enjoying the sensations of the breath. So feeling the cool air enter through your nose, and the warm air leave through slightly parted lips. So inhaling normally. And now we're going to begin this breath exercise, the 4-7-8 count. So wherever you are, exhale completely and make a whoosh sound. As you inhale, count for 4. Hold for 7. And exhale slowly for 8 with the whoosh sound. So let's do another 2 rounds together. Inhale for 4. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8. Last time, inhale for 4. Hold for 7. Exhale with a whoosh for 8. Now doing this just 3 times, paying attention to the breath, making the noise, doing the breath holds is a really simple trick that I sometimes use in my meditation teachings to get you into that present moment. So I hope that helps in the future for you. And I love this quote by the guru of the here and now, Eckhart Tolle. He says, the present moment is the field on which the game of life happens. And I love the playfulness of that, because I do think we often forget to live life. We're just too busy making plans. So let's have a look then at this. Let's have a look at the first precept, the first principle. And it says, just for today, I will not worry. So I know that a lot of people say that the subconscious mind doesn't know how to distinguish a negative. So if people are working on that precept, you can always change that to, I release thoughts of worry. And what this means is that we mustn't get caught up in reliving the past or regretting the past or making up stories about a future that hasn't happened yet, because all worry does stem from that. And you know, when we speak about this logically, it seems absolutely crazy that we spend so much time reliving, regurgitating things that have already happened, which we have no control over changing, or we start stressing, getting anxiety and feeling the need to control a future that hasn't happened yet. And, you know, it really blows my mind. So the average person is going to have up to 60,000 thoughts a day, but 80% of those are negative. That statistic alone just blows my mind. And then finding out that 95% of all our thoughts are actually repetitive thoughts. We only actually have 5% new thoughts a day. And that's just mind-blowing. The rest of the time, we are just enveloped in this illusion of the past and future. So if we want to stop worrying, once again, we need to come more into the present. And just when our mind does go to the past, just know it's simply a learning tool for personal growth. It's already happened. That, you know, we don't have any control over that, but we can control where our energy is when we think about it. So we can bring our energy into a higher vibration by looking at it with awareness as a learning tool. And the same with the future. I mean, it always blows my mind how we'll make up complete stories and fantasies about something that hasn't happened yet. Again, a waste of our energy, and does create anxiety and control issues, which lead to worry. And, you know, we have to accept that worry only ever starts from within us. It's nobody else causing us to worry but ourselves. So we need to take responsibility for creating this worry energy within us, which is low vibration, which will attract low vibration things to us. It's very limiting. So we need to stop blaming others. We need to stop blaming the past, the future. We need to stop blaming the unknown and just take responsibility and know that it's our choice to worry about something or not. And the minute we hold on to worry energy, we're just going to attract anxiety and stress related people and situations into our life. And so the first and best way that you can stop worry is to come into the present moment. So we can do a little practice here. So close your eyes and just have a little think about when you were worried today. So just relive your day from when you woke up and just have a little think about the times you were worried today. And then if you've found, you know, one point in the day where you were expressing worry, try and think about other times in the past that you also were worried about something very similar. And compare your emotions. How did you feel when you were experiencing worry in the past? And how did you feel when you were experiencing worry today? How do you feel at these times? So actually feel the sensations that are running through you physically, emotionally. How does it feel when you remember being worried? And now you can actually ask your higher self to let go of all this worry energy, all these emotions and feelings that you attach to them. Just ask yourself permission to let them all go. Now exhale where you are and take in a deep breath, imagining beautiful white golden lights coming in through your crown chakra and just filling up your entire body with light and love. As you exhale, you can imagine letting go of all this toxic, low vibrational worry energy, releasing it from your entire being. So inhaling love, light energy. Exhaling, releasing this negative, non-serving energy. And you can use this little practice whenever you want. If you want to do some meditation, you can just think about each time you worried in the day and just allow each of those times to be released. And now opening your eyes if they're closed. And I love the Dalai Lama. I absolutely love his view on life. And this quote, I think, sums up everything for me. So he said, if it can be solved, there is no need to worry. And if it can't be solved, then worry is of no use. And I absolutely love that because it's so logical and so appropriate for what we're talking about. So absolutely, if you can do something about it, there's no need to worry. If you can't do something about it, there's no need to worry. So let's try and commit for tomorrow, the whole day, not worry. That's the first principle of the Reiki precepts. So let's move on now to the second principle. And this one is, just for today, I will not be angry. So again, if you're of the mind that you don't want to have a negative sentence, you can change it to, just for today, I release angry thoughts. That will work equally as well. So it's very important, and I want to make it clear that this is not about suppressing anger. Suppressing anger actually will lead to disease. It will lead to mental and emotional anxiety. So when we say, just for today, I will not be angry, it's not about suppressing and pretending those angry feelings don't exist, but it's about peeling away the layers to get to the root of what is really frustrating you. So again, awareness is key here, because awareness is high vibration. So it's becoming aware of what has made you, what you have reacted angrily to, and then working out why you reacted that way. So allowing the anger to come to the surface is very important, but you let it dissipate with awareness. So that is the key to dealing with this principle of just for today, I will not be angry. So when you feel that emotion of anger coming up into you, it's very important to acknowledge it. I feel angry right now. Witness how you're acting, witness how your body's reacting, and witness what you're feeling, your facial expressions, how you're holding yourself. Feel it all on every level. And with that awareness, ask yourself if you will actually allow love and compassion to come in and allow that anger to pass. Because anger is just a frequency. It's not going to be there. Nothing is permanent. We know this. So just be aware, I'm feeling angry, but I would really prefer love and compassion for myself, for that higher vibration to come in and let that low vibration anger go. And then you can open yourself up, because when you are aware and you allow the anger to just dissipate and leave, then what you'll do, you'll find that you'll be more patient, you'll be more tolerant, and you'll be much more accepting of others. And this is a huge thing for me, because one of my things that I deal with all the time is patience. I'm a very excitable person. I want everything now. And so I realized that a lot of it was to do with this kind of anxious energy of needing to know. And so once I started following these principles, it really opened me up to just accepting, detaching, and I became much more patient. So I promise you, practicing these things does work. From personal experience, I know it. So let's do a little practice on this one then. So just for today, I will not be angry. So closing your eyes, let's think about a time today where I got a little bit frustrated or angry, either with yourself or with others. Now, I've seen some people recently, and I feel that there's a lot of anger building up. Like, some of my clients are telling me that they don't even recognize themselves with this anger, even getting angry at their children. And this is becoming quite a common theme for a lot of my clients. So please close your eyes and be honest with yourself. When did you feel or express anger today? And then think about, what was your trigger? How did that anger start? And how did you allow it to grow within you? And how did it end up manifesting? So be really honest with yourself. When we do this work on our demon side, our shadow side, it's really hard to be honest with ourselves, and we may even start making excuses. But think about, when was I angry? What was my trigger? How did I allow it to start to brew and grow? And then how did it end up manifesting? What was the outcome of it? And just spend a couple of breaths here, because we have a lot to get through, but you can practice this more deeply on your own later. And then all you need to do, once you've identified this time you were angry in the day, you can once again just ask your higher self to let go of any residual angry energy, any thoughts, any feelings relating to anger. Just ask and invite your higher self to allow you to release them. And then you take your 2 breaths. Inhaling this loving light, healing energy through your crown chakra. Imagine it coming all the way through your body on the inhale. As you exhale, just picture this dark, toxic anger energy leaving, and offer it up and out. So inhaling loving light, healing energy, exhaling dark, toxic, negative energy out. Beautiful. So moving on to the next principle. Oh, sorry, no, a little thing here in the middle for you. I love this one as well. I just found it when I was searching for little inspiring quotes. And I love this little one. It says, for every minute you are angry, you lose 60 seconds of happiness. That just hit me in the heart, because I was like, why would I do that to myself? So I hope it affects you in the same way it affected me. All right, let's move on then to the next principle, and it's just for today, I will be grateful. So this is amazing. Gratitude is an incredible superpower that we have, and we can access at any point. We probably all say thank you quite a lot during the day, but try tomorrow to up it 3 times. Use the word thank you, I appreciate that, and watch how that small change will be passed on through all the people you affect. The gratitude energy is such high vibration that it will have a positive impact on every person that crosses your path when you come from an attitude of gratitude. And so what you can do to really cultivate this, especially if we're feeling a bit lonely or down, is you can concentrate on what you have rather than what you don't have. So like count your blessings is a good way to say it. Look at all the circumstances in your life and look at how you're blessed. Now, this is super easy to do for all the good stuff in your life, of course, but even look at the good stuff, the bad stuff, and the ugly stuff. Look at it all as blessings, because when you understand and accept that even the bad and ugly stuff in our life, it actually can be used as a lesson, and it does help us grow, and we do survive it, and we do come out the other side, and we often thrive when we've come out. We should be grateful for everything that comes into our path. And when we understand that everything is being given to us based on the energy we're putting out, it can teach us when we're having bad times that it's our responsibility to raise our energy. And coming from a place of gratitude is a super way to do this. It feels good to be grateful. So, when you're having some challenges, you can evolve as, again, on your own personal spiritual journey. By being grateful for every aspect of your life, you will evolve into a better person. You will connect more deeply to your higher self. So I invite you tomorrow to say thank you so many more times than you normally would, and just watch already how you feel better for it. It really does take you into this incredible place of openness and connectivity. And it also is one of the best ways you can eliminate anger and worry from your life, is by becoming grateful. So, as I said before, just adopt and embody an attitude of gratitude, pass it on, and see the magic that happens in your life and the life of others that you impact. And so a great practice we can do with this is, again, if you close your eyes and think about every positive person, object, and experience in your life today. So think about the person who smiled at you in the shop, waved you through when you were trying to get out in traffic. Just think about every aspect of your day and the positive people or situations or objects that were there. So, and then visualize this, like in your entire life. Who and what do you have in your entire life that you can be grateful for? So think about all these things. It could be technology, it could be people, it could be someone who's far, far away, but you managed to speak with them via Zoom. I mean, all of this, be grateful for everything. And then when you think about all the people from the day and all the people and things in your life, start to give gratitude and say thank you to each and every one of them. Now, this could take a really long time, so I'm not going to do this whole practice now. But as you inhale, give gratitude and allow yourself to be filled, allow your heart to just be filled with love every time you say thank you. And as you exhale, place a little smile on your face and really raise this energy of gratitude and thanks for all that we have. We all have so many blessings in our life. And when we remember that, it just raises our vibration. And you know what happens when we raise our vibration? We get more beautiful stuff back. So I like this little thing as well. It says, gratitude turns what we have into enough. And I really thought that was a humble way of accepting that. I think that's quite beautiful. All right, let's move on then. Time is going. So again, if you have any questions, comments, anything to share, please do just speak out, come straight in and ask. You don't need to write it anywhere. And we can chat at the end as well. All right, so the next one's kind of an interesting one. It's just for today, I will do my work honestly. So this one is kind of interesting. And of course it means I'm not going to cheat or steal when I'm at work, whether that work is something that you're paid for, or if you're, working, if you're looking after a family, doing voluntary work. It just means the work you're doing, the tasks you're doing in the day. So it means when you do this, show up with your values and have those values and principles, that reflect your true nature. So don't buy into other people's idea of what should, of how you should live. But whenever you go to work or turn up to do your tasks for the day, come from your pure place, from your truth, from your heart center, and work to that. And here we're going to go again into being present. How can you really be honest in your work, in the tasks you're doing, if you're not being present with them? If right now I'm speaking to you, but I'm actually really thinking about, all those anise and chocolate Easter eggs I've got in the fridge, then am I really doing my work honestly? I'm not, because my job right now is to be on this webinar to guide and speak about this incredible subject of the Reiki principles. And so all my attention is focused on this. This makes me come from an honest place, a loving, kind place to share this information. So being present and coming from your truth means working honestly. And then another way we can work honestly is choose work that allows you to serve yourself and, if possible, others. Being in service is the most beautiful way to live life. So I know some of you have been to see me. I can see your names on the screen, and you'll know I used to be a lawyer. I thought being a lawyer would help me kind of save the world and do good work. I soon realized that that was not the way I wanted to do that. But I was still in service then. And then moving into the yoga, the meditation, the holistic therapies, it feels incredible to be in service to other people, to offer information that I have and share that. So being in service does not mean you have to give up all your worldly goods and go and volunteer somewhere. What it means is just serve people by offering them something that you have that you can share with them, and come from a place of your truth and loving kindness. And also remember that you can offer your knowledge. They don't, other people don't have to accept it, and be fine with that too. But stay true to yourself. This will keep your vibration nice and high. And honesty brings such fulfillment and meaning to your lives. It's an incredible way also to attract abundance. When you come from that place of honesty for yourself, living your truth, abundance just flows to you. And so to practice this, we can just think about what our attitude is to work. And, again, you can compare your overall attitude to the tasks that you did throughout the day. Think about how you actually went about them. What was your mental attitude? What feelings, what emotions did you put into your work today? Were you present? That's very important. Were you aligned? And so one thing you can start doing is you can actually start to ask yourself, how can I become more aligned with my work? How can I actually become more present and more attentive to everything I'm doing during my working day? And then again, when you think about these things, you can just take in your deep breaths and just fill yourself with loving energy. And as you exhale, please ask any non-serving energy to leave you, to release from you, so that you can come to your work from a place of your truth. And I love this quote from Bob Marley. He says, "Love the life you live and live the life you love." And I think this sums up working honestly. Choose something that enriches your your entire being, and watch how work stops feeling like work. When you want to give all of yourself to what you're doing every day, then everything changes. We raise our vibration and we just come into a flow state. So thank you, Bob Marley, for that. And finally, just for today, I will be kind to all living things. So number one, this starts with self. Everybody I see in my treatments, we are so bad at caring for ourselves. We are so bad the way we talk to ourselves, how we fail to nurture ourselves. So let's turn that around. Let's be kind to ourselves, how we speak to ourselves. Let's be complimentary, nurture ourselves, fill our own lives with love, laughter, and nice things. And then once our cup is filled, then share that with others. So being kind to all living things includes everything, every person, every animal, everything that crosses our path. Just come to life and everyone who crosses your path with complete kindness, gentleness, compassion. For me, kindness is the way to live. Kindness is my religion. It's something that I think is available to everyone at all times. You know, and it's really important to treat everybody with respect and empathy, and understand that even if we don't resonate with them, even if we don't connect with them, behind every face is a story. And assuming that we know what people are going through is really not the best way to be. Instead, just come to everyone as a light being who has a story that we can't possibly know. So come to them with respect, empathy, love, and kindness. And watch how your own inner work changes when you express kindness to those around you. So, you know, honoring the divine light within yourself and within all others is the way to do it. And when you get that oneness, you become connected to all. When you're kind to yourself and kind to others, you feel included. And that's needed right now in this time of separation and disconnectedness with COVID. So kindness is key. And to do that, again, same practice here. You can think about what happened today. How did you speak with yourself and others? Were you overcritical? Were you unkind? Think about the times where you weren't expressing kindness to yourself. And then recognize any guilt or any anxiety that's related to it. Why do you feel guilty or anxious? What is the stress related to you being unkind to yourself? And then once again, you can ask your higher self to release this as you inhale the loving light, bright white light, and you exhale the negative energy that goes with it. And so here we go. Mother Teresa, I think some of her quotes are just magically inspiring. What she says is, not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love. And to me, that's so true. You don't need to be Mother Teresa to be kind. We can be kind to the person that we go and buy, that serves us in a shop, or the person who holds the lift door open for us. These kind acts are always there if we choose to see them. And definitely be a kind participator in life for tomorrow. So I know I've spoken a lot, so I apologize for that. Again, jump in if you've got any questions. So how can you use these principles then? And this is the last thing I'm really going to talk about. So there's no right or wrong way. You can practice those little things I was talking about, where you can just think about your day at the end of the day, and then you can just work out the feelings, sensations, and ask that your higher self release them as you inhale the white light, exhale the negative energy. But you can also use them to set the intention for the day. You can actually repeat all 5 principles in the morning before you even get out of bed. And you can say, this is my intention for today, just for today, and then repeat the principles. Or you can use them as a mantra throughout the day. So you can keep reminding yourself every time you see yourself going into a negative energy, a lower frequency, into, you know, a moment of being more negative to yourself. You can just repeat these principles and see how that will automatically raise your energy and make you a little bit happier. You know, we've done the contemplation, I've just taken you through those. So asking yourself to consider how you lived all of these principles that day, and allowing yourself to release any attachments, and learning from any of the times that you weren't able to live them. And, you know, for me, these really are a framework for self-work. They can release negative emotions, feelings, and actions if you do practice this every day. So it's an honor to Dr. Usui, who actually wrote these down. I invite you all to practice these for the next 21 days. He went into meditation for 21 days. And so it's a nice honor to him to do that. So watch how your life changes in 21 days if you practice just for today these 5 principles. And this is one of my favorite quotes from Dr. Mikao Usui himself. And he said, Reiki is love, love is wholeness, wholeness is balance, balance is well-being, and well-being is freedom from disease. And I think that just sums up the whole of Reiki. And I hope I've given you a little bit of an insight into what Reiki is, and into what Reiki is, and how it's so much more than just a hands-on healing session. So everybody, any questions, any comments, any statements? Anyone want to share anything? No? All right. Well, thank you all for joining. I'm running a Reiki level 1 on the 30th of April at JLT Illuminations. So I do invite you to come if you want to learn more. Even if you don't intend to practice, this is an amazing way to learn the Reiki system. And you will learn how to connect with the Reiki healing energy, and you can bring that into your life. It's a 1-day course. Phenomenal. You will learn how to use Reiki on yourself and on your friends and family as well. And you'll learn a lot more theory and some meditations and breath work that goes with Reiki. Also, I just wanted to point out, Illuminations at JLT are running an amazing offer right now in honor of Ramadan. So they're doing 20% off all sessions on certain dates. So please do, if you do want to come for a Reiki session with me, or do some crystal healing, chakra balancing, or any of the other things I offer, now's a great time to see me or any of the other amazing therapists at Illuminations in JLT. So do take advantage of these special offers. I'd love to meet you if I haven't already. And for those of you who I've met, thank you so much for joining me again. And I hope to see you all again soon. So just one last time, any questions, any comments? No. All right. Well, thank you so much. I've really enjoyed speaking to you and sharing my passion about how we can raise our vibration and live these sustained, happy, fulfilled lives. And so cool. I hope to see you all again on my next talk, which will be about getting grounded. And how important that is, especially somewhere like Dubai, where we're all living way off the earth energy. So please do join me at my next talk. I also will be doing a new moon meditation online and on site at JLT on the 12th of April. So that's going to be a great one for manifesting our intentions and our desires. So guys, thank you ever so much for joining, and I will see you all soon, I hope. Thank you. Bye.